High in the halls of the kings who are gone, Jenny would dance with her ghost.
Travelling in the rain to the Twins for the wedding of Lord Edmure Tully and Rosalind Frey, Catelyn recalls Robb, sending Sir Rolf Spicer to deliver Martin Lannister to the Golden Tooth in an exchange of captives, with Robert Glover put on a ship at Duskendale as part of the agreement. Robb left his wife Jane at Riverrun, and only Sir Reynold Westerling travels with them. Robb has brought 3,500 men with him, those who have been with him since the battle in the Whispering Wood, and who will follow him to Moat Cailin after the wedding. While passing through the site of the battle, Catelyn thinks of Theon Greyjoy, boasting he had almost crossed swords with Sir Jaime Lannister, and how much ill would have been undone if Theon had died in place of Lord Karstark's sons. When they reach Oldstones, Cat recalls that the ruins were once a great castle of the kings of the rivers and the hills, during the Mud dynasty. The Muds were first men, but during the time of King Christopher IV, the kingdoms of the first men were falling during the coming of the Andals. Christopher IV died when 7 Andal kings joined forces against him. Robb tells his mother that he plans to legitimise his brother Jon, and name him heir should he and Jane not have a child. Catelyn is stunned by this proclamation and pleads with him not to make the mistake the Targaryens made when King Aegon IV Targaryen legitimised all his bastards on his deathbed. The Blackfyre pretenders plagued the Targaryens for 5 generations until Sir Barristan Selmy slew Maelys Blackfyre on the Stepstones. They both fear that Sansa will give the imp a son and thus control of Winterfell, and agree that that must be prevented. She pleads that Robb consider naming his sister Arya as heir, but Robb insists that no one has seen Arya since his father's Eddard's death, and that his sister is likely also dead. Catelyn tells Robb that she cannot support his choice of Jon, but Robb reminds her that he does not have to ask her for support, stating his reason as, "I'm the king." Lord Jason Mallister soon joins Robb's force at Hag's Mire, bringing with him the captain of the Myraham. The captain tells them that King Balon Greyjoy fell to his death when a wind blew him off one of the bridges between the Towers of Pike, and no sooner was he dead than Euron the Crow's Eye returned to claim the Seastone chair. Lord Botley was drowned when he objected to Euron. Knowing Victarion and Asha will not stand for Euron's actions, Robb commands Mage Mormont and Gulbart Glover to sail through the marshes of the Neck on Mallister longships to seek out Howland Reed at Greywater Watch. After he is joined by Roose Bolton at the Twins and Edmure's wedding is done, Robb plans to march on Moat Cailin with 12,000 men. Howland's Crannogman will guide a small force under Robb's command across the swamps in order to reach Moat Cailin from the north. When Gulbart warns him what should happen if the Crannogman were to fail him, Robb replies, "They will not fail. My father knew the worth of Howland Reed." Robb then announces that Catelyn will be taken to Seaguard, under protection of Jason after the wedding. King Robb then calls his bannermen to fix their seals as witnesses to the decree naming his heir.